Russia's war against Ukraine is a system-transforming conflict that is reshaping the geostrategic landscape in Europe and Asia. This is also fueling a debate in the U.S. defense policy community about how to structure and position U.S. forces for United States and its NATO allies. There are great lessons from this war already flowing through the bloodstream of politics. But these lessons face serious headwinds created by establishment thinking over past 3 decades. In recent years, planned wars fought on the U.S. timeline, with cross-domain control, unrivaled logistics, have changed expectations of what the U.S. military will need when it comes to readiness levels and equipment to fight current future wars. The most important lesson from the war unfolding in Ukraine is the scale of what is required for a modern state-state war. No Western military was prepared for this level of arms and ammunition consumption and force attrition. Today, no NATO ally other than the United States has stockpiles of armor or ammunition that can last more than a few weeks or months at best on battlefields like Ukraine. This war brought front and center the enduring centrality of the mass in modern conventional warfare with a close rival. At same time, the obsession with precision strikes that has dominated U.S. defense acquisition culture in recent years must end. This war brought into focus an enduring truth in warfare in an interstate conflict. Mass trumps certainty. The effect of mass is immediate and noticeable at point of contact. Precision attacks on enemy forces concentrated in the rear, ammunition depots or logistics chains will only be noticed in time. Perhaps after a decision has been made on battlefield. True, area can compensate for mass to some extent. But non-NATO's flank countries have vantage geography to plan accordingly event a Russian invasion. And the Indo-Pacific region will not offer a suitable area in terms land event China's decision. Invading Taiwan. The United States needs embrace old principles of mass displacement that paved way to victory in World War II and allowed it successfully deter ultimately defeat Soviet Union during Cold War. The war in Ukraine continues to show that army needs mass to counter mass enemy. This is a reality that has been virtually absent from U.S. thinking about nature of war since end Cold War. Since early 1990s, a fundamental structural change has occurred in the U.S. military's thinking about force structure. Particularly U.S. Army. The military has acquired an Air Force mentality in which ever-increasing technological advancement attempts to compensate for decline in numbers, essentially changing the bread and butter of American way of warfare. The war in Ukraine showed that the mass is needed to oppose the mass. For example, during World War II, Germany had tanks that were superior to U.S. tanks in many aspects of design, but ultimately outnumbered the Shermans, Tigers, and Panthers that the U.S. could field.